Southwest Airlines' decision to abandon its iconic open seating system has sparked a wave of customer backlash, prompting the carrier to reassess parts of its newly introduced assigned seating policy in early 2026. The Dallas-based airline's move, which was rolled out on January 27th, was intended to modernize the booking and boarding experience. However, loyal flyers have loudly objected to unintended consequences that have emerged in the first weeks of operation. And as complaints mounted across social media and travel forums, the carrier responded with refinements aimed at addressing pain points and restoring trust among its most frequent passengers. We take a look at the details for today's video. The shift to assigned seating marks the end of more than 5 decades of the airline's signature open seating boarding process, one that sees passengers pick seats in a free-for-all once on board, as in public bus or some train services. The change has also introduced new fare bundles with seat selection options from basic to extra legroom seats and a revamped boarding group system, similar to those offered by other airlines. But the excitement of predictable seating has been overshadowed by operational friction that many feel contradicts the carrier's long-standing reputation for friendly, hassle-free flying. At the heart of the controversy is bin space and boarding flow. Southwest's overhead bin issues arise from a mismatch between its newly assigned seating system and the aircraft's original design, which was built for a different approach. Under open seating, passengers could pick a row with available bin space, which would naturally spread carry-ons across the cabin. Assigned seating removes that choice. Now, some passengers with seats toward the rear often board earlier and sometimes stow bags in forward bins to avoid carrying them down the aisle. This leaves customers in front without space above their assigned row, forcing them either to move against boarding traffic to find an open bin or to gate check their bags, both of which can slow down departure and frustrate travelers. Making things worse, much of Southwest's fleet has smaller overhead bins because the airline traditionally allowed 2 free checked bags, which lowered cabin storage demand. This design choice now conflicts with changing baggage policies and increased carry-on volumes. Customers have also voiced concern about family seating. Where once parents and children could sit together naturally by boarding as a group, some families now find themselves separated because seats are automatically assigned without always grouping parties together. Amid the backlash, Southwest acknowledged the hurdles and signaled that adjustments are on the way. A Southwest spokesperson told Simple Flying, "Since launch, we've been closely monitoring input and real-world behaviors to validate our assumptions and identify where we can refine the experience. Those insights are now informing a series of early adjustments designed to smooth operations and reduce friction as customers and employees adapt to the new boarding and seating process." And so, as reported by the Las Vegas Review-Journal, larger overhead bins will be installed across most of the fleet by the end of 2026, and signage will be added to designate bin space above extra legroom seats. These changes are designed to reduce the chaos reported on early flights. The airline also plans to tweak its boarding group logic to reward loyalty and higher fare passengers with more consistent access to preferred bin space. Additionally, the airline is moving the overhead bin section dedicated to cabin crew to the back of the plane, although it's caused a negative reaction from the flight attendants' union. So, what are your thoughts on Southwest's changes and the state of the airline? Let us know by leaving a comment. In addition to our daily YouTube videos, Simple Flying publishes over 150 articles every week. If you're looking for the latest aviation news and insights, visit simpleflying.com.